Hi, it's Brent from Motion, and today we're going to be showing you how to use the drill fixture for the S550 TBM brake kit. So the first thing you're going to need is your knuckle. Obviously, this can be modified on the bench or on the car. Today we have the passenger side. Some of the tools you're going to need are a 5/16 drill bit, a 3/8/16 tap, a 7/32 hex key, a tape measure, and a drill and a tap driver to operate these two, and the instructions, which should be on the TBM website. First thing you're going to do is disassemble the car, take the wheels off, the stock brakes, remove the dust cover, which bolts on in these three locations, remove the bearing hub assembly, and the next thing we're going to do is use the drill fixture to drill these two holes out, which are already done on this knuckle, but for demonstration purposes I'll go through everything. So the first thing we're going to do is look at our drill fixture and figure out which side we're going to be using, because this is reversible. So this says S550 passenger, this side out. This is our passenger, so we're going to run this side out. And we're going to drop in the hub here inside the knuckle. And then we're going to look for the number 1 labeled hole. These are numbered 1 through 4. So on the number 1 hole, we're going to take one of our dust cover bolts, put that through, and thread that into the factory threads, and that'll get our fixture clocked correctly. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to drill in number 2 with our 5/16 drill bit. And before we drill, to get to the correct depth, we want to take a tape measure and measure 2 inches from the end of the drill bit and mark it with a piece of tape. That way we know we get the hole deep enough and the threads deep enough for our bolt. So we're going to take our drill, 5/16, drill in number 2 until the tape reaches the top of the fixture. And then once we make sure we do that, use oil and stuff, and take your time because you really only got one shot. So drill this hole as deep as the tape, and then we're going to remove the drill bit, remove our bolt, and then you're going to take your 3/8/16 tap and thread the hole as far as you can go. Take your time with this too. Don't break the tap off, because that would be bad. And then to test to make sure that we drilled it deep enough and our threads are deep enough, we'll take the appropriate bracket. Since this is the passenger side, it's going to be -2 on the back of the bracket, and we're just going to test it out and make sure that everything is threaded deep enough and the bolt will tighten up. I'll spin that down, and it should tighten up before you run out of threads, and that's what we want. So after we check that that's good, we can move on to the next hole. So we'll hang on to this bolt and put our fixture back on, make sure the correct side is out, and then instead of having the fixture in this position with 2 lined up with the hole you just drilled, we'll rotate it slightly to 3, and we'll take that same bolt that's provided and we'll put it in hole number 3 and find threaded hole, and we'll screw it in, and this will get us lined up for the next side or next hole. And we'll just snug it a little bit to hold it in place. Once we have that snugged, hole 4 in the fixture should line up with the factory hole that's for the dust cover. Again, we're going to take our 5/16 drill down until we get to the tape, remove the fixture again, hopefully for the last time, if you did everything right. Pull the fixture off. Then we'll take our 3/8/16 tap and tap as far as we can until you get to the bottom of the hole. Should have plenty of threads if you go all the way down. And also be careful. And then double check by putting the bracket on and running your bolt all the way down. Make sure that it's going to tighten up before you run out of threads. And that one is good. So we can line the other side up. and you can apply your Loctite with the instructions and follow the torque specs and get your bracket on. And once you have those tightened up and torqued, you can go back and put your bearing hub back on, your axle nut, and then you can mount your caliper and you're ready to rip. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps out with understanding how this drill fixture works. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or call one of our sales guys and they can walk you through it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Goodbye.